taking three.
Going for the St. Louis now.
Oh no!
Son of a bitch.
You get your two?
Yeah. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thotgor here, of course. And today we are going to take a look at a battle on Land of Fire, so we can see that we have Puddahead, we've got Crate, and we've got Null in Void. Now that is a great name, by the way. But anyway, this replay was submitted by Puddahead, and it was submitted as, Lemming Train wins, I believe. So we're going to see a bit of that. More importantly, though, this is definitely an epic comeback. This battle, I was watching it, and I didn't think it was going to turn out the way it did. I figured this might appear in maybe an episode of Ever Wonder or something to that effect. But anyway, we will be pleasantly surprised in this battle. So, a division of 3 Minakazes, right? This sort of division can do a whole lot of damage. I believe anyway, there was a number of posts on the forums, threads on the forums rather, about how, skilled destroyer players, when they're divisioned up, can basically just own the battle. And it's so true. We don't necessarily see an example of that in this game. This game actually has a lot more to do with teamwork and luck, and that's really what makes it an epic comeback here for us, because teamwork and luck, man, that's where all the whole results from this battle come into play here. So we can see we've got Puddahead here, and we're starting off, and basically the entire team is going to start heading over here to A. So we can see the lemming train starting to form up here behind us, and they are going to make their way, all of them, all the way over to A, and that's basically where the battle is going to start out here. In the meantime, just to mention as well, positive thoughts do go to Crate. Crate got some disturbing medical news as of recently, so just, some positive thoughts going on out there to Crate. Hope all is well. So we're slowly getting closer into the A cap point. You do see as well, surprisingly, some ships are making their way over to B. Right, we've got at least one destroyer. I believe it might be Crate. I'm not 100% sure, but it's at least a destroyer that is in Puddahead's division. Could be Null and Void as well. Not sure. But anyway, one destroyer heading over there, and you do see another allied destroyer on his way to B as well. So at the very least, we've got 2 destroyers heading into B, so that's something. Puddahead here, though, is making good use of cover, right? Using the cover to approach A as close as he possibly can, and then start to get himself into A. Now we do notice that the A zone is being capped right now by the enemy, so obviously the enemies have some ships in and around A, most likely going to be a destroyer this early on, right? But Puddahead's rounding the island here just to take a look to see what is in A. Now some enemies also did pop up there on the mini-map just below B, so we need to take those guys into account, right? Obviously the destroyers who are capping at B are going to need to make some decisions, right? Are they going to stay in B and defend B, or are they going to try and run? And it turns out that they have managed to take B, so that is great, because now Puddahead's team at least has a cap, so that's excellent. The enemies just capped A, but Puddahead just came into A, so now A is being contested, so no longer gaining any points here from A either side, so that's something, right? Gives Puddahead's team a bit of a lead in points for now anyway. And we have our first enemy ship pop up. So we do launch off some torpedoes here at the enemy ship, very hasty torpedoes, but torpedoes are in the water, I suppose. And you can see in the meantime that the remainder of the allied ships, right, are still chugging away over here at A, still trying to get themselves in range. Puddahead, obviously being a destroyer, right, was able to make it in here. The first one in here basically, and division mate is behind him as well. So we can see another destroyer pops up, enemy destroyer who was capping A. So Puddahead, takes a chance in hopes that the enemy destroyer isn't going to continue along the predicted path from the gray indicator there, and fires off torpedoes into the smoke. Yeah, whatever. I mean, the reload on the Minakaze is pretty quick, so not necessarily that big of a deal. We do see an enemy battleship here off in the distance, so this guy could give us a bit of an issue. I'm going to need to take him into account. We're still contesting A, but not capping A, and the enemies have now capped C, so yeah, things are progressing. We still have a lead in points though, so that's something. Lead for now anyway. We do see another enemy battleship pop up here as well, and we do see an enemy cruiser, right? So the enemy cruiser is duking it out. Somewhere in all of this, Null and Void is now gone. Null and Void did get killed, so that kind of sucks. But whatever, we still have Puddahead and Crate moving along, and the rest of the allied team here as well. We're still eyeing down this enemy battleship. He is almost, rather the player is almost in range, but just couldn't get the torpedoes off in time, right? The lead indicator just isn't there. We do see an enemy cruiser as well that is spotting us. I believe it's a Furataka, maybe, can't quite remember, but anyway, this enemy cruiser, yeah, we're not going to be able to get any torpedo hits on that guy. Puddahead launches off some torpedoes anyway, but whatever. Pops the smoke, cuts the speed, and is going to just hide himself here momentarily. We do notice that finally the Allies are in a much better position at A. I mean, granted, they all went A. they all went A, but much better position at least to start supporting A, right? A is still being contested. A is still not gaining any points for anyone, so there's that. Right now we're at cap parity, so it's all going to be about how many ships can you destroy on the enemy side. And so far, Puddahead's team isn't doing a great job, right? Already lost 2 destroyers. The only 2 remaining destroyers are Puddahead and Crate. But that's no big deal. I do also want to bring attention to a player in the battle here. Name is KongoPride. I can't quite remember what ship Kongo is in. It might actually be a Kongo, I don't quite remember, but KongoPride is going to play a huge role in this battle as well, so kudos to that player for now, and of course, we'll mention that player as the battle progresses. Now, the enemies just took B, so no longer is cap parity being maintained. So this is where we start getting into the epic comeback, right? At this point in time, things don't look so great. Now, granted, it's still early in the battle, but we can see, right, that the Allies aren't really in position to do a whole lot about the situation, right? The one allied ship that we had over there, B, just died. He's gone. So, yeah, things don't look so great. So the enemy Mahan pops around the corner here, almost dead. Puddahead launches off some torpedoes, but an ally shoots in, gets the kill, so fantastic. We don't have to worry about the allied destroyer anymore. We see an enemy battleship off in the distance, so again, need to take that guy into account. But we are now capping A, right? The enemy ships who were over here at A basically gave up their defense and charge at A, because at this point in time they don't need to have A, right? They've got B and C. They can let Puddahead's team have A, and as long as they play smartly being the key thing there, as long as they play smartly or intelligently, they will win. So that's basically where we are at this point in time, right? They've got the lead in points. It's not really a significant lead, but it's a considerable lead, right? It's going to take a bit of doing to close down this lead here. So we do see more enemy ships popping up, right? More destroyers, some more battleships. The enemy battleships, that is, are fairly low health, so things are looking pretty good. Now we can see Crate off to the port side, right? Crate just launched off some torpedoes at the enemy destroyer. It's the Tier 7 Polish destroyer. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it, but we all know what that ship looks like, right? It is actually a great destroyer, a Tier 7. From what I've seen of her, I've never bought one myself. I don't know if I'll get one. I don't have this need to buy all the premium ships just to have them and collect them. I don't feel that need at all. Basically, whether or not I'm going to purchase a premium ship is kind of spur of the moment. Really depends. So right now I don't feel the need to have that ship. I've got my own Tier 7 destroyers and I'm happy enough with them. Anyway, getting back into the battle. So the allied team, Puddahead's allied team, has managed to cap A, so they at least have 1 point. Fantastic. We can see Puddahead launching off more torpedoes, again, not using the indicator, but there is a cloud of smoke there, right? We can see it right there. So obviously there's an enemy destroyer. Potentially the enemy destroyer is hiding out in the smoke, but there we go. We see the enemy destroyer pop up. It is, in fact, the Polish destroyer. Okay, now we know where the Polish destroyer is. We're taking a look around. We see some other enemy ships. The enemy cruiser just got sunk, so that's fantastic. And we just caught a glimpse of the second enemy destroyer remaining on the enemy team. Alright, now our allied Omaha just took a torpedo to the bow, and that player is now gone, so that's not so great. The enemies are up by 1 ship, right? Puddahead's team has lost 4 ships so far, but we are still holding on here, right? Still holding on. You can see that Crate is still out there. Crate managed to get himself a kill, so fantastic job there. KongoPride just got himself another kill as well, so excellent job by that player. Still looking around, we are spotted now. The Polish destroyer has popped up once again, and we also see an enemy battleship that is fairly close as well. So we're going to launch torpedoes off at the Polish destroyer here. Hopefully this guy will maintain a straight line, right, and just plow right into those torpedoes. He will be gone, and then we won't have to worry about this Polish destroyer. You can see the Polish destroyer is returning shots on Puddahead. Puddahead is firing back as well. Puddahead, pops his smoke, drops his speed so that he's no longer spotted, and slowly moving in and behind some cover as well, which is really fortunate here because it's going to break line of sight if anyone does happen to spot him through the smoke. You can see, right, he's kind of popping in and out of being spotted right now. So we'll let those torpedoes go off. They don't actually hit the Polish destroyer, so that kind of sucks, but whatever. We see more torpedoes off in the distance. They miss the enemy cruiser there, but Puddahead is launching his own torpedoes now as well, so that's pretty great. And we do see that Crate managed to get himself another kill, so fantastic. I believe that's 2 for Crate, and KongoPride, in fact, is up to 3 now, so excellent job here. The enemies have a significant lead in points, right? Very significant lead. And as well, Puddahead's team hasn't managed to cap B yet. In fact, most of the allied ships that are remaining, right, are still kind of at A, working beyond A now, and kind of realizing, hey, maybe we should push back and do something about B. So that's kind of where we are with the allied team right now anyway. But Puddahead, Crate, and KongoPride are over here just sort of tearing it up right now, trying to hold back the enemies, right, really, or rather push them back. I guess you got to hold them back and then push to get rid of them, right, just to get them out of this whole middle area so that they can move in here and cap it. And obviously trying to be as careful as possible because, don't want to die. So more torpedoes are on the way out. So Puddahead has torpedoes, and those torpedoes we see as well are Crates. KongoPride has got himself a 4th kill, so congratulations to you, my friend. And we do have this Polish destroyer still to deal with, right? You can see that the Polish destroyer did manage to avoid Puddahead and Crate's torpedoes, but there are more torpedoes in the water. Those ones I thought were going to hit that Polish destroyer, but no, they don't actually manage it. Kind of sucks. We really need to get rid of this Polish destroyer because right now this guy is spotting Puddahead and is resulting in the cruisers in the background taking pot shots off at Puddahead, right? Not to mention the Polish destroyer himself. I mean, that destroyer has some fantastic guns on her as well, so yeah, Puddahead is paying for this right now. We can see though that Crate has launched off more torpedoes. Puddahead is taking a shot off the Polish destroyer, but not well leaded, so those aren't going to hit at all. But Crate's torpedoes are on the way for the Polish destroyer. These ones are looking pretty good. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Crate gets the kill, so that is 3 kills for Crate. KongoPride still at 4, and we no longer have to worry about the Polish destroyer. And while all that was going on, we do also notice that the second enemy destroyer is now gone as well. Fantastic. So just a few enemy ships remaining at B, then Puddahead's team can push into B, so fantastic. And Puddahead's team is actually leading right now in overall ships remaining, right? Crate has taken a pretty big hit here. He doesn't have much hit points left. Hopefully he'll be able to hold on. Puddahead still has half his hit points to work with, so that's pretty great. But the enemy team does have a significant advantage in overall points, right? 744, 748 or 752 now to the 611 of Puddahead's team. So things aren't looking so great right now. We can see this enemy cruiser, very low health right now, so hopefully we'll be able to take this guy out. We have this enemy Königsberg. Now these torpedoes did look to be pretty well aimed, but not able to take out the enemy Königsberg. KongoPride just got himself a 5th kill, and that is the Kraken as well, so fantastic, good job. And unfortunately though, did pay for it with his life, but whatever. 5 kills for KongoPride, so excellent job there. And Crate is still at 3 kills. So Puddahead is moving himself now closer and closer to the B point, right? The overall objective here obviously is going to be to start capping this B point. We need to secure it, hopefully as well take out more enemy ships, because really and truly, ultimately, at the end of the day, we are going to have to kill all these enemy ships if we want any chance of actually winning this battle. So Puddahead's moving into B here as well. We do see the enemy Königsberg off in the distance. Now I think it's an enemy Colorado makes his appearance now as well. That Colorado. Anyway, Torpedoes are on the way for the enemy Konigsberg. You can see the Konigsberg's actually in a little bit of a reverse there. Enemy Konigsberg is fighting it out with the Allied Fuso. The Allied Fuso is in dire straits, though. I mean, Puddahead has done everything he possibly can do here, right? Launched off the torpedoes, made sure that most likely these torpedoes are going to hit, and there's nothing more that Puddahead can do to help out his Allied Fuso. Hopefully the Fuso is going to be able to hang on. No dice. And Allied Fuso is going down, but here come Puddahead's torpedoes, and we get the Avenge on the death, right? So Puddahead gets his first kill there, takes out the enemy Konigsberg. Fantastic job. So 2 enemy ships remaining, and we're now capping the B point. We still have Crate going, excellent. If we can just get this point capped and take out the last 2 remaining battleships, this might actually be a victory. Yes. I mean, I suppose it was kind of obvious at the beginning, right? Epic comebacks, it's going to be a victory, but still. Watching it unfold is completely a different story here. So one of the enemy battleships is on fairly low health, right, and just took a bit of a hit there, continues to take fire. Doesn't look like this enemy battleship is going to be able to repair that damage. His repair priority is probably on repair ability is probably on cooldown. Just a few more hits and this enemy battleship is going to be gone, and then we're just going to have to deal with the enemy Colorado, right? Then once we take out the Colorado, it will be victory. So fantastic. We just need to take out the Nagato. There goes the Nagato, and the ally gets the kill. Fantastic job here. So now that we have B, we just need to take out this Colorado for victory. Oh yeah. So the Colorado. You would think that being the last ship on your team, that you would be, quite aware of the fact that there are destroyers in and about the battlefield here, that these destroyers, pretty well played a critical role in this whole victory, and that maybe, as a battleship, you should be altering your course, changing your speed, trying to do something. Now, also, I mean, just to play devil's advocate here, you could also make the argument that this is the last ship remaining. What hope does this player have? Yeah, and that's kind of true, but, I always reside to the fact that never give up. I don't care if you're the last ship in the team. Always try and do something. So Puddahead is spotted now, right? It's the Colorado's spotting plane that has spotted Puddahead. Those spotting planes are dangerous, right? So Puddahead is going to try and get his torpedoes off before the Colorado gets his guns turned around. Colorado shots are out. Puddahead has launched all his torpedoes. There they go, and the Colorado kills Puddahead. Unfortunate. Fortunately, though, Puddahead got all his torpedoes out. So again, bringing it back to the last remaining ship, the fact that this player did just spot the enemy destroyer, right? Knows that there are torpedoes in the water, or at least should assume that there are torpedoes in the water, but just continues to drive in a straight line. Yes, torpedoes are on the way out, so we're going to watch these torpedoes. The last enemy ship remaining, you can see the enemy team is 925 points. That is where Puddahead's team managed to stop them in their advance. There we go. Enemy is killed. Puddahead gets the devastating strike, and it's but a flesh wound. And victory, yes. Fantastic job, wasn't it? This was one of those epic comebacks. So good job by all the players, but especially, of course, to Puddahead, Crate, and KongoPride. Those guys, they did it, man. So Crate is second overall, KongoPride is first overall. KongoPride was in the Miyoko, turns out, and Puddahead is third in the Minakaze. So fantastic job here. We can see the enemies. I mean, that Polish destroyer, right? That player tried to do it. Just couldn't turn it around, though. Puddahead does manage to finish it off with 41,000 damage. Well, a little more, right, with 2,300 in HE damage as well. But surprising, I mean, all that damage was done pretty much right at the end when he took out the Colorado. And at the end of the day, Puddahead walks away with 197,000 credits, 2,900 experience as well. So that is not too shabby at all. And again, kudos to the players involved here. What a game. What a game. So that's the end of our video today, folks. I do hope you enjoyed. As always, leave any comments you have for me in the video comment section below. I love reading those, responding back to them. Hit the old like button if you did like today's video. Hit subscribe if you are not a subscriber. And as always, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day.